Hey everyone, how's it going? In this Monster Hunter World video, I'm going to go over what I think's the quickest way of farming the Zorah Magdaros mission. Now, normally it's in the it only appears every now and again, and you can find it in your optional quests, and it's usually in the 6-star category. When this happens, it's only available for the length of 2 quests, so it's worth picking it up when you get it. However, at the moment, as of today, which is the 16th of February, through to I believe the 22nd, it's the same quest, albeit under a different name, is in the events category here. So you can just repeat this as much as possible, which is a good way to farm up your bits for the Zorah Magdaros set or the weapons, etc. So we're going to jump in now. Just put this on solo. Also, you get a decent amount of reward money for this, so it's worth using your lucky vouchers on as well. But yeah, normally even after this event's finished, sometimes it'll appear in your optional quests menu. You'll be notified when you get back to Restera if it's there. Now the Zorah Magdaros key is only like rarity 5, but it's still pretty decent, and like I say, the only way you can actually get the pieces needed for it is from doing this particular quest. Right.
We need to weaken Zorah Magdaros enough to capture it. Once you're on its back, give all you've got.
So probably not necessary, but I always like to get me mail in.
We've rigged the stalactites with gunpowder. Use your slinger to blast them loose.
You can do it.
Right, so with this quest you do get a 50-minute time limit, but you can also fail it if Zorah Magdaros breaches the barrier in the second phase. So this is the order that you want to take. So we start with the magma core straight in front of us, and it still caught me there. But what's good about this mission is there's a few little things that aren't immediately obvious to like newer players the first time you do it. And the first of which is every time you destroy a magma core, it actually drops a material piece, which we should be able to see in a second once I finish this magma core off. Now I know they're going on about like using the stalactites and stuff, but I haven't found that to be necessary at all to complete the mission. So right, there's one down, and as you can see, drops a material piece. Easily forgotten about if you're not paying attention. The other thing with this quest is that there's actually mining deposits on Zorah Magdaros' shell, which can give you carapace fragments when you mine them. A lot of the time you'll just get ore, but every now and again you'll get a carapace fragment. Yeah, so we've just headed straight up there and straight down into here for the next one. Now you'll notice, I mean I got hit there, but when the magma cores explode, it's only in certain jets, so if you stand in the right place you can avoid getting hit altogether. So like if I back up here, I should be fine, yeah. And we're also going to take this opportunity to get this mining outcrop here. See, we got a piece of carapace for that one. Also, you can see my health like slowly ticking down. To counter that, you can use a cool drink, but to be honest, I normally just brute force my way through it and just drop a health booster, and that's usually enough to outweigh any negative effects of that. So far this is pretty standard for the quest.
Keep hitting it until it relents. Guess what Zorah destroyed its energy.
Right, second one down. Here, so there should be another fragment here to look out for. There we go.
Shell is doing that thing again.
Right, so now we head straight out the back.
Excellent. Now
And if we jump after its tail here, there's another mining outcrop we can pick up.
are the binders ready?
Good to go, old man.
So the last one's right at the very top of him. There's only certain places that you can actually climb up on his shell. But this is the easiest way from what I've found. I might be missing a mining outcrop or two doing it this way, but this is kind of just the route I've got set. So there's another one here, we'll make sure we pick up. So far, just out of the outcrops, we've got 2 carapace fragments. So anywhere where there's not glowing lava is usually a good indication that you can climb up. Now, usually, when you do this quest, at sort of like the end of the first stage of the campaign, it's exactly the same, but it'll ask you to repel Nergigante when he lands on the shell, but you don't actually even have to do that. Like, he will still show up, but eventually he just leaves of his own volition, so you can just concentrate on the magma cores, and that's all you need to beat the first stage. So we'll drop in here.
Wait.
Another mining outcrop here.
Of course it is. Hunters, prepare to intercept.
So there, here we go. There's the cutscene where Nergigante turns up, but we don't actually have to go and engage him. We can just ignore him, and eventually he'll just nick off of his own volition. Now you don't actually have to destroy all 3 magma cores to get to the second part of the mission. The only difference it makes is obviously for each one you destroy you get a material, and also it's more damage done to Zorah that you don't need to do in the second phase. And I'm just having a quick scout about because there's normally one.
Brace for the shot. Don't let it shake you off.
Oh, hang on, we've got a fragment here. A couple of them. Didn't say them. Yeah, normally there's another. There we go. See, so this one's kind of hidden, but it's halfway up here, and you can only really access it when he rears up.
Hunters, keep at it. It's all up to you to drive off Nergigante.
So we can just wait here now. We don't actually have to go and engage Nergigante. If you want, you can come all the way out into here, and there's another mining outcrop down there on. Actually, I think we might have already got that one. Yeah. So we've already hit that one. But yeah, we can just wait here. Might take a minute or two, but again, you've got a 50-minute time limit. There's no rush. There we go, Nergigante is retreated and we never even touched him.
That's one problem.
So now the magma core should be active again. Oh, I've stunned myself, well done.
Zorah Magdaros is getting back on.
Anyway, he now reverts back to the position that he was in,
Watch yourself.
and the magma core is active again, and we can do some more damage to it. How have I set that and it's not? Oh well.
Prepare to intercept and defend. Hunters, destroy the magma cores. We need to keep weakening.
I'll have to be a bit careful here because I haven't actually brought any potions with me. Also, I think there's another fragment over here. No, it's not. It's just the way the light was shining off that. I'm gonna get back in my corner because that was a safe spot right about here. So while this event's active, it's definitely a good time to farm it up, especially if you've just gotten a high rank, because you can't really fail this quest.
Attention field team! We're entering the final skirmish! Hunters, I don't care what it takes! You have got to wear down Zorah Magdaros as much as possible! This is the last bastion! No more second chances! If Zorah Magdaros breaches the barrier, all is lost!
So it's right after this bit that we move on to phase 2.
Over here.
Just gonna quickly shot my life powders on because my health's a little low. Right, so for this bit here, we've just got to do as much damage as possible to them with the cannons. What it's worth realising though, again, if you might not realise if you did it in a squad the first time round, but if you're playing solo, the NPCs will fill the cannons up for you, but they don't actually fire them for you. So it's worth going around and firing them yourself manually. Now, the other thing you can do here, this is just a bit of time saving, is you can see me rolling when I pick up the cannonball. If I just try and walk, right, this is the speed I get, and that's with me sprint. And I found, unless you've got an item with a pro transporter on, it's easier just to roll back and forth between them, because your rolling speed doesn't change even when you're holding a cannonball. So my pallet goes filled this one up, so we can set that one off.
Okay.
Another thing that's nice doing here is you've got these one-shot binders, which are far better than the actual ballista ammo. The ballista ammo does nothing, but what that one-shot binder does is it holds him in place a while, which gives you more time to work before he reaches the barrier. So I've probably got time for one more round of thingy before I move on to the next bit. Kind of waiting for my health booster to come off charge. There we go. Yeah, so as soon as the field team leader says that the Dragonator is ready, that's when I move down to the ship, and I don't move from there for the rest of the quest. It doesn't matter so much if you're in a squad, but playing by yourself, it's on the ship is definitely where you need to be.
Okay.
Also, they tell you to wait for the perfect moment, but I've found it doesn't really matter. As long as you just set it away as soon as you're down there, you'll get it off.
Hey, partner. Okay.
Now, the good thing about here is there's 3 lots of cannons. So if you take the middle one, as you can see, there's a guy on either side here. I always like to give them 2 pushes to the right, because then even when Zorah moves up a little bit, they'll still be aimed directly at him. But in terms of just being able to get damage off easily, this is the best place for it, because I can set both of these away. Then when I'm filling up my cannon, they'll be doing the same.
Okay.
And also, normally you'll notice during the quest, those Barnos do try and attack you, just to make life difficult. But I've found, for whatever reason, when you're on the ship, they don't really bother. They just hang about up there. You do still get the old rain and boulder though. But given that most of your damage is done in this phase by like the cannons and stuff, you don't need to be geared at all for this quest. So this is a good one to do if you've just hit high rank, definitely, especially while the event's up, because you can just repeat it until you're sick. Probably one more round's enough to finish them off, I think.
We have an emergency.
Oh, this one's empty, so I'll have to switch to this lot. But yeah, the ship's definitely where you want to be for this second part. As soon as the Dragonator's ready, just move down here, because he has the close proximity of the cannons to the ammo, and the fact you've got two guys helping you fill up just lets you get a lot of damage off quickly. So there's really no worry about hitting the timer. I set that one off a bit earlier, I didn't mean to do that. Should be more or less done here. There we go, and that's that. Like, the only difficult parts of this quest are if you actually choose to engage Nergigante, and that last bit there where you've basically just, it's a DPS race before he breaks the barrier. But as you can see there, he didn't even get his first big attack off really, and we've got all the completion rewards. And that didn't take very long at all. So yeah, hopefully this helps in just being able to farm that mission and getting you that sweet Zorah Magdaros gear. Because I mean, I know it's only rarity 5, but like, he's kind of I don't know. Don't know how to put it. Like, he's not the end game boss by any means, but you think he is for a large portion of the campaign. So it's cool to have his gear, if nothing else. But yeah, between today, which is 16th February, and the 22nd of February, that quest is on as an event on the notice board, so you can just repeat. So now's a good time to get some laps in of it. After that, it'll be back to just whenever it appears as an optional investigation. But yeah, hopefully this helps, and see you later.